Yo, Detroit and around the world, are you ready to turn up the volume? Introducing Roadworks Records, the podcast from Detroit, the podcast with grit. Your new go-to for real talk on everything entertainment, from Detroit's gritty streets to the global scene. Yeah, hosted by me. You know who I am, T-Money Green, that brought you the bass to Death Row Records back in the heyday. And I got three of the smartest ladies with me. Jen Shagner, our Jen with the juice. We got Gail Suhu, and we got Jackie Wallace. Listen, our show is raw, unfiltered, and it's packed with the hottest trends, artist drops, and the inside stories you won't want to miss. So listen, tune in to Roadwork Records, the podcast. It's where Detroit grit meets the world stage. Don't miss out. Check us out. Roadwork Records on Facebook for more details. Streaming everywhere. Be there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Hello,
We're there.
everybody.
Hello.
T-Money Green here with three of the finest, Detroit finest ladies.
Reputable.
Very reputable ladies.
Didn't we get that compliment today? And Jen was trying to debate it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Still am. Still trying to figure that one out, but that's okay. I'll take
who's
it.
reputable?
Well, we got the book author
Mm-hmm.
and
Authors?
entrepreneur. Yeah,
Authors?
yeah, but I'm not mentioning that. I'm mentioning me at the end.
Oh,
We have Jackie Wallace, Jackie J. Dub Wallace to be exact.
J Dub.
We have
J-Dubs.
Jen, who
My
has all of the
gangster
juice.
name.
Yes.
This way.
Oh, is that what it is?
And Dr.
This
Gail
way.
Sue. I
Throwing
never say
the-
Dr. Gail.
Look at she throwing.
Oh, I always
Yeah,
call it
yeah, gotta
doctor.
start-
Hello,
you throwing gang signs
doctor.
again?
Oh.
I was like, you doing gang signs?
Okay.
Anyway,
Is the doctor.
yes, and we're here. We're here.
Don't mess with the doctor, y'all.
Yes. And we got a substitute today.
Yes, we do.
Oh, this is the thing.
Is
Okay,
that
I
your
took my
phone, too?
Yeah, yeah.
Turn it down.
Yeah, I have to turn it down.
Mhm. Or as the doctor says, turn it off.
Yeah, right. It's turned down.
Don't make her mad.
Yeah. So
Mad.
here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
We're
so,
back.
A couple
We're
minutes late, but what's going on, ladies?
Well,
That's
great
okay.
show last week, guys.
We had
I
a hell of a show. Out of
know.
that-
What a
out of that
story.
came out. Something great came
It
out of that,
did,
right?
yeah.
A couple great things came out of that.
Yeah.
More than a couple.
Right.
Yeah.
Gee,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start charging.
Look at us. Yeah.
We should
See?
get finder's fee.
I know.
We'll build
Wow.
that. Shake Bill's pockets.
Shake him down.
Don't
Shake
say
him down
that,
a little
'cause
bit.
He's
Right.
supposed to be back on.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll leave
June
him alone.
7th.
June
Yeah.
7th.
Yeah.
Yes. With
Can't
Ray
wait for that.
Gray.
Another
That'd be
good
great, huh?
interview.
That's going to be very,
How do
very.
you spend
very
48
cool.
years in jail, innocent, and then they get you out, and then they don't give you nothing?
I just can't
Because they made him
imagine.
cop to a lesser plea. So he still
I-
pled guilty
I don't
for a
understand-
lesser offense.
I don't understand how that's legal.
I mean,
I just don't get it.
it's exactly what they're trying to do with the Menendez brothers. They're trying to make it so that it's a lesser plea or a lesser charge that they're being charged with, and they're
then
still
say they're
charging guilty, but it's for a lesser offense. And then they've
Let 'em
already got their
out.
time served.
But
then
hold
no
on.
restitution.
Did they
Correct.
Is there somebody else that's guilty in that particular case?
For
Because
the
like in this
Menendez
case-
brothers, no.
In this case, there
Yeah.
was somebody else that was guilty, but is there
Right.
somebody else guilty?
No,
in
the
that
not
Menendez
not the
brothers did
Menendez
that.
brothers. No,
Oh.
they murdered their parents. I mean,
Man,
yeah.
they-
Well,
They
then,
should be staying in jail.
yeah. So why is that even a
I
discussion?
mean, well, because
that's a whole different ballgame.
yeah, that was the whole abuse and the mental cruelty and
Oh,
and were they raped or
I don't
not?
know.
Oh.
And,
See,
yeah.
that to me is scary because the parents can't defend themselves. They're
right, right.
dead.
So you don't know
Correct.
what
It's-
really, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you don't.
And if they get off,
So-
I mean, I'm gonna be scared of my kids.
I mean, it's
If they
crazy.
get off, like shit, let me
Those-
stay away
your-
from my
Your
kids.
kids
I
are
mean, It's
California,
mostly
I
based
think.
on the
I
fact
don't
that
know.
they've been rehabilitated and they've been doing so many positive
You
things
see how crazy
within
that
the
one
jail. I mean, they've been, beautiful, like literally planting gardens and
In the
painting,
jail?
I'm sorry.
painting
okay,
murals, like
okay,
for
but-
real.
Come on.
What else
planting-
you gonna
so
do
you
with your
you
child?
murder
Well,
your
right.
parents allegedly. Well,
No, they
don't.
did.
No,
They pled
they
guilty.
flat
Yeah,
out
they,
murdered-
Oh,
they
they
murdered.
did.
pled guilty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they.
Okay,
I
so
believe,
wait.
yeah.
So
Or
they
they were found.
murdered
They were
their
found
parents?
guilty.
Okay,
Correct.
wait. So
Yeah.
they murdered their parents, then
Right.
they plant a garden, and that gets them a possible new trial.
Well, they're not. I don't believe they're gonna get a new trial. I think that was one of the angles originally, but now that they have. There's a new DA.
resentencing.
Yeah, it's going to be a resentencing because some of the higher ups were not reelected, and so there was a whole issue with that.
Are we getting into the gin and juice right now?
No, I
Or
didn't.
we're just-
I didn't.
okay.
No,
We-
no.
we
I
just on
didn't
some-
try and
No.
do that.
We're
No,
in on
not at
some-
all.
The
Alright.
world is going
Couple
crazy.
Couple
for
things.
us.
Yeah, the world
Couple
is
things.
imploding. Yes.
So
Okay.
T, our book's coming out.
The book's coming out.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
it's done. Looks good.
Can't wait.
So
That's
yep, we're
nice.
super excited about that. And then
Yeah.
what's happening with give us an update on Hyped Up, guys. What's before we get into the gin and juice? What's
We
happening?
got Jason Charbonneau this month. I don't
Yeah.
know who else we have, but we definitely have Jason. I know he's looking forward
What
to
kind
it.
of music?
He's like classic rock.
Oh,
He does. I
cool.
mean, he plays a lot. He plays cello. He does a lot of things, and he tours with
Oh.
the John Lodge, which is from the Moody Blues.
Okay.
So he just got done touring, and he's home.
Oh,
For a
that's
little
gonna be
bit,
good.
so
And
yeah.
I
when,
was, I was
when
trying
is
to get
that?
somebody on the show with him. That's the Tuesday the 20th.
Okay.
You know who was gonna do it for me is Sean Blackman.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they know each other. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but Sean
He's the
was
one
like,
that does he do the world music
yeah,
type?
yeah,
Blackman and
yeah.
Arnold. Yeah, he used to be part
Oh,
of Blackman and
Yeah,
Arnold.
that's really
Yes.
cool.
Mhm.
He's a
And
great guy.
He did the show.
It was during
Zoom.
COVID, though. I
yeah,
think.
during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's really anxious. I was excited that he was anxious to come on, but he's Tuesdays. He has a residency at Northern Lights. It starts at 8.
Oh.
That's
so
a
I was
bummer.
also wondering, could he come in and tape his part early?
Right.
And
Right.
then we
Oh,
just
that's
show
a
it.
great idea.
Yeah. So I threw it at York. We'll see what he says.
Mhm.
So that's,
Right.
but Hyped Up is still the thing that's launching everybody else that comes with
Yeah.
a show.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
they
how
put
many
Hyped
how
on it.
many shows have
Asaka
you
the
guys
Renegades
done?
getting
Man, we've done 8 years of shows.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Jeez,
many years.
Pete.
What
Well,
was
this
we on,
one will
like,
be episode
80?
84.
Yeah.
84.
Yeah, and we only do it once a month, so 84.
And you
episodes
guys
is
have
a
been
lot.
consistent. You've stayed with it.
Yeah, all through COVID and everything. We're
Yeah.
the only
We
ones
only
that do
had
it.
one miss.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
When
That's
did
it.
we do that?
When one of the artists that didn't have any other people, she got sick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we didn't have
So
any-
just
She'll
one
never
miss.
come back.
Oh.
I'll never have
Oh.
her back.
No, we did.
No, that
Oh, we
was
did?
that Blue Sky Riley?
That was Blue Sky.
Yeah,
Oh,
Blue Sky Riley.
That's it. Missed
You
your-
know how he gets. Yeah. You know.
Well, everybody understands.
You're
where I'm
fired.
coming from.
You're
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah, I'm worse than Donald Trump in his show. When he did his show, he fired you in a minute.
Yeah,
man.
less than a minute.
What's happening with the podcast
Well, the
with Kern?
He's on
It's not
tour,
gonna be
isn't
with
he?
Kern.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you blew. Yeah.
Well,
What?
you know me.
Okay.
But he's on tour and then he's back and then
Uh-huh.
he doesn't communicate and stuff. So
Oh.
I'm like, now you don't have to be on the show, and I get a chance to talk about you like a dog.
Oh, is that how that works?
Sorry
Yeah.
about your luck.
That's the
Kurt.
only reason why he wanted to do the show is because here's what I had told him. I said, well, we was doing the West Coast, East Coast thing, Kern. How did you and Diddy get along?
Oh,
Oh.
gosh.
That's what made him immediately hit me up. I say, well, with us, with Death Row, everybody, Suge Knight supposed to have beat everybody up. I never got beat up. That don't mean
He
Kern.
knew
You-
better
you
than
got
to go to the
pretty
office.
close.
in
Yeah, I
the
got
middle of the
close,
night.
yeah.
You got close.
Well, if I would have
So-
went to a couple,
Yeah.
we need a meeting at Death Row at midnight. No, I'm not coming down there.
That's okay. Yeah.
I'm asleep, son.
Yeah.
I'm asleep,
Mhm.
and as a matter of fact, I won't be in tomorrow at all.
Yes.
So
But,
tomorrow's
the fact that Kern was with P. Diddy, I just wanted to hear some information.
some insides.
Yes.
More insides. Good. I
Yeah,
think we're
look.
going to get a ton of. We
There's
have a
such-
spiked
yeah.
up session
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
We did.
Very-
It's
and the-
definitely.
I don't know. Can I just hold this?
the
up real-
the Diddy
right
stuff
here?
is spiked for sure.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
Now I'm
This-
blind.
No,
so
no,
it's-
but I look how thick for the people watching today.
Damn.
This is how spiked up this is. This girl does her homework.
That's
Holy
a lot of
crap!
info.
All right,
Yeah.
so why don't we
Sorry, Diddy.
get some
Yeah.
music going? Let's get the Jen and Juice.
Well, maybe we.
segment
I
going.
don't know if he knows that track.
The
If he's
Jen and
been-
Juice?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Excuse you, sir. Hello. There she is.
No, her. What Jen?
Just bounce to this.
That's
Everybody
right.
in the house smoking ounce to this.
I get made more. It makes me so happy.
Laid back. with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
What's the best part of the song?
Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Right.
Oh, man.
All right.
Good job, Dr.
Yeah.
Kale. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very
You
good.
played a good flute.
Well, we're spiked up because we have a little extra from last week. So we're
Yes.
just
Right,
going
right.
to jump right on into it. So
Okay.
back on April 17th, the defense was trying to scrutinizing the Cassie video. They were hoping to have it thrown out, but the judge said, no way, it's going to be used as evidence. The defense was also asking for 2 extra months to kind of get their shit together. And again, the judge was like, absolutely not. We're going to start as on time as possible. So jury selection started, the process started before May 5th. And they had potential jurors filling out different questionnaires, about 30 questions roughly, to determine how much they knew, whether or not they had any biases in regards to anything going on with this case, which to me seems impossible. But
Yeah, it does seem impossible.
I know. I'm baffled by a lot of it. So they were asked about their views on sex with multiple partners, cheating, drugs, and hip hop. So they screened 150 people, and they will be selecting, I should say, 12 jurors and 6 alternates. The judge did rule that Combs can wear non-prison clothing. So I
He'll
think
wear a
everybody's
suit.
seen he can wear a suit if he wants. But he can't wear a suit. He's allowed to
Oh.
have 5 button-down shirts, 5 pairs of pants, 5 sweaters, 5 pair of socks, 2 pair of shoes with no laces.
Really?
Yes, that's all he's allowed to have.
Interesting.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
people on social media are saying that Diddy's trying to throw this preppy look out in an effort to soften his visual side to the
Well, he's gray as hell. You
potential
see him?
jurors. Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Wow.
That's they
Mhm.
said. May 1st is when he formally rejected his plea from the government to plead guilty in exchange for a lighter prison sentence.
Oh,
And-
he did? He rejected
Yes,
that?
yes, he
Really?
did. Yep. And he waved to
Huh.
everyone in the gallery on his way in. Yes. And so people that were there did report that he looks much thinner and older, and he can't dye his hair, so his beard and everything, he's all gray. The defense is expected to go full force with the swinger argument. Opening statements were supposed to start on Monday the 12th, but there's been some hiccups with the jury selection, so that's put things a bit behind. They're worried that people were going to like drop out over the weekend for some reason. The article I was reading didn't really get into why, but they're not being sequestered, so I don't know if that had something to do with it or not. We know that it's not going to be televised or photographed because it's a federal case, and there's a statute barring those things, which is, just like the R. Kelly situation.
Where's the trial? Is it California?
No, it's in New York.
Oh, it's in New York.
So, their victims 2, 3, and 4 will remain anonymous. 2 and 3 are said to be ex-girlfriends, and victim 4 is said to be an ex-employee. Now, just before this morning, there's some issues came up with victim number 3, and now also a possible victim number 5, which I'll get into in just a second. But it's still unclear how the whole anonymity and pseudonym thing is going to work out, but we're going to find out eventually. So Diddy was very nervous, and he had to ask the judge for a potty break. And at first the judge said no, but then he explained like that he was far more nervous than he thought he was going to be, and so he was allowed to go pee. And then they brought up some celebrity names to the potential jurors, and the names that got brought up were Kid Cudi, Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, and Mike Myers from SNL.
Gosh.
Yeah. So yes. So that doesn't mean that they had anything nefarious to do with the whole Diddy situation. It's just these were some of the celebrity names that were brought up. For sure, Kid Cudi and Michael B. Jordan dated Cassie Ventura at some point. In her November lawsuit, Cassie said that she had a brief relationship with Kid Cudi during a rough patch with Combs in 2011. So Diddy just set his car on fire. So
That's one way to take care of it.
Yeah.
What a loser.
which was a whole situation. So
He wasn't in the car.
correct. But so it's important to note that no one knows exactly why these names were brought up, like I said, but or if they're going to be called to testify. There is speculation that the Mike Myers thing is because of a scene in Austin Powers. It's like literally 2 seconds long where like Dr. Evil has an E Diddy tattoo on his butt.
Really?
Does he?
Yeah. So I mean,
Really?
it's just like, it's just online
You're gonna look at the
speculation,
movie
but
now.
I mean, but it's like, why would, of all people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very strange. So first round of jury selection is done and the 45 members of the jury pool have been chosen. And like I said, they were supposed to have that all finalized on Friday, but there's been a bunch of delays because they were worried that people were going to drop out. The Manhattan courtroom will be open to the public, but there will be no audio, no video recording whatsoever. The prosecution is a team of 6 white women, which has been discussed and brought up and referred to as a 6-pack of white women. And
Jeez.
and the defense is made up of 7 to 8 men and women. We're not sure if Mark Agnifilio, who is Luigi Maggioni's attorney, is part of the defense team. There's speculation that he's showing up in court. He's bantering with the other defense attorneys. His daughter is one of the defense attorneys, Tenny Garagos. So but he's not copping to anything. He's been interviewed and whatnot, and he is not copping anything. So there's some news outlets that are considering him part of the case. There's others that are not. The judge even went so far as to say, like, if he is going to be involved in the case, he can't be talking about it because he's part of a podcast and all this other stuff. So we'll see how that all works out as well. So there's been another weird rumor that just started from this guy named Jonathan Oddie. He went and shot up Trump National Doral Miami Hotel back in 2018. And he was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And he was saying all sorts of stuff. And one of the things that he was saying was that he was a sex slave for Diddy and for Cassie. And so people were, of course, like, you're absolutely nuts, relax. And sure as shit, he has apparently come up with, I don't know how, the non-disclosure agreement, and Diddy, I guess, gave him $5 million, and he swears he was a sex slave, that most of the time he was having sex with Cassie and Diddy was directing it, which, if you're following this case at all, you know that is exactly what everybody says. Like, most of it is just the fact that he's sitting there watching it, masturbating to it, directing it, filming it, like. So I mean, so apparently he has made this document appear. His ex-wife even said, like, yeah, right after we divorced, he came into all this money. So I have no idea. I can't imagine this guy's going to be testifying, but I just don't understand how.
Is he in jail?
Yeah, I think he's in like a mental type situation. It was hard to find any information out about the guy other than what he did prior, but I mean, it's just, I don't know how they're going to use it. They're trying to say that they were swingers. If that's, you know what I mean, maybe what they're going to do. Maybe they can use Crazy Man to, like, kind of go at Cassie. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because
still no reason to drag Cassie down the street and kick her in the ass.
Correct. And on top of it, she is about to pop. I mean, she is victim number 1. She is pregnant with her 3rd child. And
does she have kids with Diddy?
No.
Okay.
But she has 2 others with her husband, Alex Fine. So it's like,
oh, she's married.
I mean, she is huge right now. I mean, so
she might not make it.
Yeah, like what's her name? Nancy Gray was just talking about it, and she was like, they can't do anything. They can't do anything. They can't do anything to a woman that's 9 months pregnant. What are they gonna do?
Right.
What are they gonna tell her? She's a liar? Like, call her a swinger? Like, come on.
Right. So
she's married now with kids, so that's gonna be super interesting. Victim 2 is expected to testify about financial losses, dependency, and social isolation that she experienced during their relationship. And she's saying that all of those things made her more vulnerable to his coercion. The prosecution is having a really hard time finding victim number 3 or her attorney. They've just vanished, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
And
See.
instead of it going like to the dark side, everybody's saying homegirl got paid.
Oh.
So again, it's just speculation. It's just what, we're reading online, but nobody can find them. They can't find them. I mean, and so then what happens? You've been subpoenaed for a federal case and you're just not going to show up.
Right.
Your anonymity is screwed. I'm going to assume that they're going to try and come after you at some point.
Probably.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can't just not show up,
that,
right?
I mean, but that's what
Wow.
it looks like is going to be happening.
Wow.
So
Well, Jay-Z's name keep coming up.
yeah, but he's got lots of money.
Yes, he does.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to show up or not. I'm so curious to see the people that are going to show up and sit there and watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Has Jay-Z been subpoenaed? I thought that was all done. I thought they.
To the best of my knowledge,
Yeah,
no.
I think it was all done too, but then his name keeps coming up, so it might be back.
Yeah, he just has a lot of affiliation, so people love to tie anybody to this, any celebrity that they can tie to him right now. People are trying to.
Yeah.
So it's super crazy. Victim 4 is a former employee that's going to talk about like sex acts, and now there is a new victim 5. And the judge said that victim cannot stay anonymous. So they're going to testify apparently. And they're just going to talk about the different sexual acts and the misconduct at victim 5, but everyone's going to know who this victim 5 is.
So how come the other ones can stay anonymous and not victim 5?
Probably because victim 5, I don't think, is alleging to any misconduct that was done to him.
Okay.
He's he witnessed it
Okay.
from what I'm understanding. So
Okay.
it sounds like he's SOL. I mean, I don't even know if he asked or if the press is just saying like, hey, victim number 5 right now, not being named, but it'll come out in the case.
Or
So
maybe because it got added to the case later.
so
after
late.
they-
Yes. So let's see what else is going on. Blah, 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 blah. So, and also TMZ, which is I'm super excited about, is doing a weekly like update on the court
trial.
case.
Yeah.
So every Thursday they're gonna have a new update as to what's going on. So
That's good.
so I'll be watching that. So
I thought for sure you'd be in New York.
I know, right?
Representing Roadwork Records.
if
Yeah,
I had
right.
the money, trust
badge.
me, I would be in there for sure.
We have the money
with my
send you.
sketch pad,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be on top of that. So that's what's going on with that. They were supposed to have the jury selected, but like I said, they can't. But Monday, it looks like Monday's going to be a big day. They didn't do anything on Thursday. They just kind of went through and figured out the jury pool. So
Has anybody ever been selected for jury here? You have?
I have.
Did you
I
you
just-
go?
I just
Yeah, I had to go.
Oh, you did? I mean, you got
I
picked
was
to
on the-
be on
Yeah,
the jury?
in a couple cases.
Really?
One
I-
was a murder trial.
Oh
Whoa.
my gosh, really?
Took 3 days
3 days? So that
Mhm.
means you found him guilty.
of murder 2,
Mm.
not murder 1,
Okay.
because they couldn't prove, premeditation. But the victim was tied to one of those things in the basement, those upright
Mhm.
things. And the murder weapon was a baseball bat with nails.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
I've just been subpoenaed. I mean, I
Well,
just
that's out
been
of hand.
asked to come to court.
You did too?
Yeah, but I just had my doctor write me the letter like he couldn't handle it.
Now, what made you do that? Like, why didn't you want to do it?
I just don't feel like
Well,
it might be somebody I
wheelchair
know.
stuff.
it's
I
a
mean,
lot.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be.
Uh-huh.
I don't want
No,
to be
'cause I
snitching on
got-
somebody.
I had to fill out the forms too. I got asked like for but I didn't get picked for the final. I
Yeah.
just, had to go through the every week.
I had
be
my
on
doctor
call.
let him know that I couldn't sit there, and I
And it-
handicap reasons,
Well,
basically.
Yeah, but at first I thought, "Ooh, that's really cool." But then I started thinking, "No, I
No.
don't want to be responsible
yeah,
for
because what if it's
somebody's."
somebody, you know?
Or it doesn't
Mhm.
have to be somebody I know. I just don't want. What
Just
if I get
heavy.
it wrong?
There
Yeah.
was, there
What
was
if I
a-
get it wrong?
I was on a
Mhm.
second case, but it was a lot less violent. It was somebody had a new job, and they were on their way to wherever they were going, and they were
Say it.
it was a undercover lady cop,
Okay.
and he propositioned her.
Oops.
Oh, really?
Oopsie.
Oops.
Oh, wow. See,
Well,
that's an easy case.
what can you
Yeah,
do
that
about
was
these
easy.
things?
It's like that
But,
was a one and done case.
Yeah.
That's a setup.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
no, but
interesting.
one guy was trying to hold out. It's like, but it doesn't matter, he did that.
Wow. I
That's
think the
so
whole
funny.
process is fascinating. But go ahead,
It
Jen.
is. It is. Okay, so anyways, that's it for Diddy right now. But hooray, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, they're expecting their third baby.
I'm so
Yes.
upset about that.
Why are
Why?
you so upset
Well,
about
I
that?
love, Rihanna was my heartthrob, and then she just started to drop these fucking babies, man.
Mhm. Well,
They're
and
such a good looking couple.
they're so
though.
cute.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
And everybody says she's
They're
like the
beautiful.
best mom.
I mean, she's another billionaire too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
And I think she's pretty much done with music. She's come out and said like she's not gonna probably make another
She
album.
don't have to really.
Yeah,
That's
but the interesting
yeah.
thing is her billions didn't come from music.
no,
Like she didn't even release anything for like 5 years, I
Yep.
think.
just
and
the
became-
clothes
Yeah.
and the makeup and
Yeah.
yeah.
She's a smart lady.
All
Mhm.
this stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
real nice.
And those kids are just cute as all get up. So they already have the two boys, RZA and Riot. RZA's about to turn 3 this month, and Riot's 21 months old.
Jeez,
And
Oh, wow.
I know, right? And so we don't know how far along she is yet, but that baby bump was big at
Pretty
the Met
big.
Gala at
Yeah,
the red
5 months at
carpet.
least.
I mean, but now people are speculating, saying she's having twins. So now I
Whoa.
listened to the audio clip that the in question, because they were talking about, oh, A$AP Rocky brought this, and what did you bring? And she said, I brought the kid, and she pointed to her belly.
Right.
And people are saying, no, if you listen closely, she said, I brought the kids.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't think so. So I listened to it like 8,000 times.
Well,
and
what about Beyonce's daughter said something that they tried to hush the little baby up?
I mean,
She said something about like mommy's, having babies. She said something. And then Blue Ivy kind of brushed her off.
right.
I date Blue Ivy got $500 million already. She's worth $500 million.
It's so crazy to
beautiful,
me.
that girl.
I know.
She dancing her ass. I mean, she's up there really working it.
Yeah.
She is.
Okay, but she's got 500 million. It's not like she worked at McDonald's
Yeah,
to
well,
get,
no,
Right.
get so
She's
sick
gonna
of
be
those people.
sore at a young age. She's gonna have arthritis by the time she's 30.
Yeah, right. So
yeah.
Haters.
Yep,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Jealous.
That's
I'm
right.
jealous, okay?
Mhm,
I'll
just
exactly.
admit it.
I'll
Yeah.
admit it. It's fine. That's cool. I can dance like that. What?
500 million. Lord.
I can't dance like that.
I mean, I could try.
Don't
For
do it.
200 million.
Right.
Right?
All right. Well, Drake is probably just as dumb. Well, not just as dumb as Diddy,
Uh-oh.
but he's had a lawsuit against his music label, Universal Music Group, and he went
Wow.
and added the Super Bowl performance
Right.
to the lawsuit, and so now,
Wait, are you talking about Kendrick Lamar's?
Yeah.
Super
Yes.
Bowl?
Yeah.
yes,
Is Drake with Universal? Is that who?
Yeah.
he's signed?
Yes.
Are they both signed to Universal?
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
Because everybody's with you.
It just seems like everybody sues Universal at some point.
yeah.
Yeah.
They never get anything.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Prince with Universal or
I
no?
mean, well, here's what it is. You got to understand, Universal, like all the record labels are under Universal.
under
Yeah.
Universal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's included the Super Bowl, saying that because they omitted the pedophile word, that was their way of acknowledging that it was negative. Okay. So Kendrick didn't say it, but the crowd did. So Drake's label is firing back, and they filed a motion to dismiss the defamation lawsuit. And they are quite publicly, reminding him that 3 years ago, he signed a public petition saying that prosecutors should not be allowed to use rap lyrics as evidence in criminal cases against artists.
Right. Now
So-
it's coming back on him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, just as an example, Drake has rapped about Kendrick's kid being fathered by another man, called him a domestic abuser, and threatened to slit his throat with a razor.
Wow.
Okay, those are all lyrics from Drake's "The Heart" Part 6.
Right.
So, it's gonna be interesting what the judge says about that, because, like,
He's gonna say get out.
I mean, honestly,
Mhm.
really, I can't even believe you would bother to even bring it to court. Like,
Well, that was like Jesse Smollett.
yeah,
Mm.
exactly,
Oh, God.
exactly.
Or what Dave
Juicy.
Chappelle called Juicy Smollett.
Yep, juicy. So, and then Kendrick just keeps, getting better and better, because he just was named brand ambassador for Chanel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so now he's going to be appearing for their new eyewear campaign that rolled out back on April 22nd. So, haha, he wins again.
Yeah, he does.
That the girls went to space. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
They went to space, all right.
I know.
Why was
Did they
everybody
go to
hating on
space?
them?
Well, what about the door opening before it was supposed to? The lady was
Okay,
like, "Close the
yeah,
door, close the
that
door."
was weird. And then
And
Jeff
he comes with the
Bezos went
tool.
back with that. Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
bizarre.
that was fake as hell.
What do you have, an Allen wrench?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looked like. It was
did,
just
yeah, it looked like-
bizarre.
yeah,
Yeah. And so the whole thing was weird. Like, they were saying, "Oh, there's the moon." They're like, "No, the moon wasn't. You couldn't see it from that side." Whatever. So, it was 4
A few
minutes.
gummies will do that for
See,
you.
exactly,
it?
and
Yeah,
it
it
won't
will,
cause
yeah.
that much of a commotion.
Yeah,
you know?
but why was there so much backlash? Like, these guys are billionaires, or a billionaire took them to space.
Exactly.
Like, what's okay?
When Michael Strahan went, nobody cared. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
no, there was no.
what's the big
It's probably
deal?
just because it was a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, they're
They was all having
astronauts."
fun up
Yeah,
there.
people were like, "Oh, they're astronauts," and I don't think that they really considered themselves to be.
I don't think
astronauts
so
Did
either.
they
at
have
all, but-
mocktails or something?
I
or
mean,
what?
they didn't even have helmets on. That's the one thing I was like, they don't even have helmets. It
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
even make
this
any
is-
sense.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Kind
So
of,
it was suborbital space. That's where they were, apparently. And so yeah, Katie did her whole stupid little thing with the butterfly and her set list on there, and they got back down, and Gail
She
and
kissed the
Katie, they
ground.
kissed the ground. But did you know that their spacesuits were designed by Oscar de la Renta?
Oh!
Did you know
Okay,
that?
maybe that's where the hate comes from.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
made using body scans. So everything, each woman was body scanned,
So it fit
and then
perfect.
so absolutely.
So they looked good.
Yeah, no
Mhm.
helmets. I forgot about the no helmet.
Yeah, no helmets. And so who was on the ground? Like Orlando Bloom, the Khloe Kardashian, and Kris Jenner for some reason.
Because they're
Why?
good friends with Lauren.
Oh, okay. I
Mhm.
mean,
They're BFFs.
so yeah, and Oprah, of course. So
Oprah was crying. and
I
shit.
know, because Gail's afraid of heights and she's afraid to fly.
Uh,
So it was very
Duh.
It was very empowering.
I'm afraid of heights.
All
and
right.
she
So
was
if you
like,
had an
too.
opportunity to go to space, Dr. Gail, would you go?
No.
Okay. How about you,
I would
T?
go.
You would.
Mhm.
You seriously would?
Yeah, because I want to see if make
Well,
sure
if
the
he
world
went,
is
then
round.
I'd have to go.
Then you'd have to go.
I wanna
But
make sure the
you wouldn't
world
be
is
scared to
round.
go?
I'd be scared to go. I'm scared
you
to
would
go on
go.
my flight to Edmonton that we got. to
What about you,
Yup.
Jen?
I mean, I would take a bunch of Xanax, but yeah, I would go.
You'd be asleep through
do
the
it. I would
whole
like
thing.
to see.
See, I
No.
don't think I would go.
You would.
I don't think so.
I would wanna
I think
check
I'd be
it
too
out.
scared.
Even if the roadwork crew could go, you wouldn't go.
I guess we could do a show
See?
from there. Be kind of fun.
All
All right, who's gonna call? Who's gonna call
Like-
Jeff?
Right,
Who's gonna call
That
Jeffrey?
would-
4
We need our
minutes
capsule,
long.
right? So
Okay.
So while I was looking up stuff for our show, I came across this very interesting article about a woman named Angela Yee. You guys heard of Angela?
No.
She used to be a co-host of the Breakfast Club, the morning show with DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God.
Right.
So she currently hosts a show called Way Up on syndicated radio, and she just opened a 30-unit apartment building in Detroit's Midtown on
What?
Alexandrine Street.
Mm.
So she acquired the property back in 2023, and she collaborated with Dr. Topeka K. Sam, founder of the Ladies of Hope Ministries, to reserve 10 units specifically for formerly incarcerated women.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Isn't that so cool?
Wait, we gotta ask Bill about this.
Yeah.
I know. He was kind of looking at because I had the Metro Times with me with her on the cover,
that's
and he
right.
kind of was like looking at it, and I wasn't sure if he knew her or not. So they're for it's to provide them with stable and supportive living and to reintegrate them into society, and it's for like non-violent,
Yeah.
offenders and stuff. But yeah, I thought that was super, super cool.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is cool.
So Midtown, I mean, it's you said on St.
Cass Corridor.
On Alexandrine.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
So
down the
is
street
she
from your
from?
doctor.
Is
No,
she from Detroit?
No, she's from New York, but she loves the city. Like she also has this coffee brand called Cup, and they're selling it at one of the cafes downtown. So yeah.
Cool.
Detroit's on the. I mean, it's
Oh, I
definitely on the
agree.
rise,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
the Tigers helping it completely.
You
with
know it.
Ticketmaster with it.
Well,
Mhm.
and we got the Lions coming up. They'll be announcing
Mm.
that schedule next week, folks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. So and then let's see, the Comic-Con's coming up next week, which some people find a great big huge giant deal. Me, not so much, but they're gonna have some cool people there. It's gonna be at Novi's Suburban Collection Showplace, and it's gonna run from Friday, May 16th through Sunday the 18th. And they're gonna have cosplay contests, artist panels, opportunities to meet pop culture celebrities such as Martin Sheen. He's going to be there. Jeremy Reiner's going to be there. Laura Prepon's going to be there. Christina Ricci and Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Wow.
I know.
That's pretty good.
That is a big deal, isn't it? Isn't that where they get dressed up and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
uh-huh.
They
Yeah.
look like cartoon
Yeah.
characters.
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah, that's
stuff,
pretty
and-
sweet.
Yeah,
That's
so it's the
interesting.
whole weekend long. They're going to be doing different like sci-fi movies and this and that. Tickets are like $35 for the adults, $5 for the
That's
kids,
not
but
bad.
$35.
That's not bad.
I don't
It
know if
costs
it's
more
for the
than
whole
that to park.
weekend though.
You know who used to do that all the time was Dave from Podcast Detroit. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he used
him
to
and
go all the
Bob, they
time.
used to, I think they used to host there. They would do their podcast show from there, but that was a really big
Oh,
deal.
It is a big
Yeah,
deal.
it's I guess it's every 2 years they do it, or
Okay.
every other year, and it's just the 35th one. So
Wow, that's pretty good,
yeah,
man.
they're still
Wow.
We
rocking
got a lot
it.
of stuff going
They're
on.
still rocking
Yeah.
it.
I think
Yes,
we were
they-
playing a show in Ipsy and they had a cosplay thing going on up there, and there were all these people like dressed all weird.
like the furries. Listen, this
That's
stuff
still a
is
thing?
weird. Like
Furries.
it's furries and like the swinger conventions and stuff. Like people don't realize how like big of an underground network there really is to that, because I worked at a hotel years back, and I had to sign
You're
a
not that old.
non-disclosure. No, for real. I had to sign like a non-disclosure, and I was so puzzled when I was going through the interview process. I was like, I don't even like
Yeah.
what? Why are they having me
Right,
sign
yeah.
this? Well, because they close the hotel down and have the swingers come for a weekend.
Wow.
And I'm not, when I tell you it's insane, it's insane. And I only saw the very
Wow.
last day, which was like the Sunday brunch. But I mean, they had 2 walls of black curtains entirely around the whole hotel.
So
So you
nobody could
couldn't
see
see what was
in.
going on at all. If you pulled into the
Really?
parking lot, you just saw this weird like fabric situation. Like at first I was like, how do I get into work? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got in and I was like, oh dear God.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
All right.
that's me. Like,
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Oh,
you
I didn't
know.
like- I didn't mean to
yeah.
like
All
that.
I could think of
She's
is
still
like,
NDA.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
I'm
she's not gonna tell us.
I can't, I would tell you, but I don't know. I've been trying to do the math on it, and I think it's probably close to time, but it's
You gotta wait
irrelevant.
another year.
It's irrelevant which hotel it is. It's just, to me, the only thing I could think of when I saw like all these like sex beds and things like that were all set up is like, oh my God, Becky's gonna be in here like next weekend having her bridal shower.
Right. Jeez.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like
Watch where you
that's
step.
all I can think of. Like all these little girls are gonna
That's
be like
a
taking their
disinfectant.
pictures and everything,
Watch
and
where
like
you step.
yeah, and there's like a lube station here, and there's this, and I'm like, this is blowing my mind.
Oh God.
So yeah,
Well, wait a year and tell us all about it.
yeah.
Well, just one question: is the hotel still around?
The building is still there, but I
Oh.
believe that it
Okay.
has like changed
Okay.
the
Mhm.
names.
I
and
wonder
Yeah.
how long Hash Bash is going to be. I mean, I wonder how long that's going to be the Wyndham.
Mm.
The way
I
they
mean-
shut that down for the Hash Bash for the weekend.
I mean, it's got to be expensive.
Well, it
But at the
sounds like
same
they
time, how
pack
much
it.
money is the Ann
Yeah.
Arbor Wyndham Gardens making?
Right.
They're
Yeah.
making a killing with that, though.
Mhm.
For real. Even
Mhm.
even with Hash Bash, people don't go to Hash Bash and decide to like spend the night in Ann Arbor.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Mhm.
people like, I mean, a lot of people that live out in Royal Oak and stuff like that in the suburbs, we're talking about like, well, if we go, we'll try and find a room.
Right.
Mm.
Because
Mhm.
then in that case, you're there much later. You know,
Right.
Hash Bash starts at noon and it's a daytime thing. So
It's
yeah.
a whole weekend thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean the businesses want it to be a whole weekend thing, and some of the events have kind of started to lean that way. But yeah, I mean with the parking and all that crap, you can't. It's
Yeah,
it's a
little
lot.
crazy.
Yeah,
But we have a room every year. I didn't know that when we perform, it's
Right.
always a room, and the room is for the whole weekend. We didn't even know
Nice.
that. Yeah,
Oh, you guys didn't
See?
use it the whole weekend?
yeah. We stayed.
Oh.
We
You
did.
just stayed, like,
Saturday and
one
left
night,
Sunday,
right?
Yeah,
Mm.
but we could have checked in Friday
Oh, wow.
and stayed there. You know,
Oh.
but sure,
Well, it must be okay because
yeah,
they
they
keep
doing
doing
good now.
it.
It's packed.
Yeah.
it's the only time you can smoke weed in the hotel. That's
and
for
the
sure.
hotel is
Mhm.
sold out. So you know,
Yeah, you can't get a room
you
there.
can't get
so
a room there,
no,
right? It's all booked up.
Mm-mm.
So that's
you
From
got to
the
ask
next
Adam.
day.
Yeah, you got to be like
The
Adam.
day after.
Mhm. Excuse me, Adam.
That's how
Yeah.
Gail do for her free
Uh-huh.
T-shirts she gets
Yeah.
every year. Hey, Adam,
Adam,
I'll catch
We
you one of
started
these days.
offering it free.
I'm the
so
flute
it's like,
player.
you know
Adam.
who I am.
She just flutes her way up.
Yeah.
yeah. Here's the shirt.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
That's
I
her
wear it on
payment.
stage.
Yeah,
See,
you know. Yeah, so advertisement. Yeah.
there we go.
There you
We
go.
gonna
She
hear
wore
a
it to the
song?
show.
Yeah, so we got a new guy. He can just pick a
Music,
song off of that list. I don't
music,
care what song
We have
he picks.
Jason here today.
Yes, Jason.
Mhm.
All right, Jason.
Something
just-
funky.
We got a
Yes,
list. Well, he
yes.
don't know this list.
Well,
Just
maybe
saying.
he's just has
Maybe
like
it's-
good intuition.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in
All right. Okay. Hey.
I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going is just too rough. And things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then I feel like life is just too much. But you've got the love I need to see me through.
Oh. Oh. Did you have an afro?
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can't count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. All I can do sometimes to keep it together, but I know you got it. You've got the love. You've got the love. You've got the love. You've got the love I need to see me through. You've got the love. You've got the love. You've got the love I need to see me through.
It's very funky.
Tell you all about this.
When food is gone, you are my daily meal.
You gotta give this to Mike Clark.
I know my Savior's love is real. Your love is real. Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care.
Wow. I gotta tell you
Hey.
about this. Now today, the song that I was trying to send James all day,
Yeah.
was this song only the Roadwork crew, right?
Really?
Yeah, we redid it. And I'm gonna tell you why I redid it is to be able to see who's been getting my royalties for this song, because we haven't been getting it. And so now I'm hearing a whole new version. And I want to know
crazy.
because I was sending James while he was on, he couldn't get it. So I
Right.
wanted to know, who is that song under right there, man? Do you know, Jace? That's weird.
Yeah, because your
I've never
face was
heard it.
your face was
Yeah.
reading
Yeah,
like
I'm tired- I'm
like you
tired of-
knew it, but
Yeah.
Huh?
Dr. Pecker?
Packard. I got.
Packer.
I'm gonna have to look into that because
Mhm.
I'm not getting paid for that. And I mean, this is like our
Right.
real big song that we had.
So
I got-
what? Give us the backstory of
That
that.
was
Okay,
bad.
While He Was Alone was recorded on a group called Five Special.
Okay.
Recorded by me, Ryan Banks, myself.
Mhm.
Ryan Banks' birthday is today. Rest in peace, Ryan.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ryan
happy
Banks,
birthday.
Raymond Johnson, and me. And that record went all the way up to #1, stayed for a couple weeks, really good. And I was getting all kind of money. My mother was loving that hit record. She said, "Wow, you got to do more hit records." I'm like, "You need to get out of here." And then, but I have not received mechanical royalties for that in a long time, and I'm wondering who owns the rights. So I did it over just so whoever can come out and say, "Hold on, you can't do
That's
that
my
song.
right.
That's
Yeah.
our song," and then I can say,
Uh-huh.
"Aha, I got your ass,"
Uh-huh.
because it's been now I'm hearing a whole new.
I swear I've heard that on different because I used to be
Wow.
seriously into different
I
Ibiza
mean, that's me playing
mixes.
bass. That's my arrangement of everything. It's just they put a girl on top
Right.
of everything.
No,
That's why
for
I
real.
knew where certain things were, because it's like
Mhm.
after a while, it's like
You've heard it.
I
Yeah.
He
played it.
knows it. We played it.
We
Like I said,
played it.
Really?
what I was gonna play today is funny. It was that song by the Roadwork crew.
That is just crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and you remember it kept getting bad. He couldn't get
Uh-huh.
it, and then all of a sudden I walk in here and it's played.
That is so
Now, Jason,
crazy.
what made you play that? Was that just on a list, or he mentioned that?
It's a whole list here. I just picked the
That is
That is
crazy.
crazy.
That is the exact song
Wow.
that I wanted to play today by the
but not
Roadwork
the
crew.
arrangement.
Wow.
Right. Well, the arrangement is there, but not that person singing on it. The
I
arrangement
swear
is
I've
switched
heard
up a
that
little
on
bit.
some
Well,
of my
you know what I
Ibiza
meant.
mixes.
Not
I
the
swear
version.
to you.
Wait
Not
till you
the
hear.
version.
Wait till you hear Roadworks.
Because
Oh.
I used to go to like the record store and they and
Should
I
look it up
loved
on
that
Apple.
stuff. Like when those CDs would come out, and it would be all the different DJs doing the Ibiza mixes, you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
And I would buy like the box sets and just like put them on at the store and like listen to them like crazy.
Wow,
And
'cause that
I
record-
swear that sounds so familiar to me.
Well, I got an ASCAP Hit Song Award for that. It's in the BMG Gold Singles now, and I'm not seeing it. However, I do have somebody that's chasing some royalties of mine now that's real
Mhm.
favorable and is doing good. But it's just songs like that.
This Dr. Packer has a whole bunch of stuff.
But I'm just wondering if he got. I want to
Ooh.
know who gave him permission.
Oh,
See,
doctor.
he got permission. He got permission. He got permission from the snake that I'm trying to cut the head off of.
Mm.
So we'll get it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my version, and they're
Oh,
gonna be like,
doctor.
they're gonna be like, you can't play that, and I'll be like, oh, what's your name, sir?
We coming for you, doctor.
Yes, yes.
Not this one.
Nope.
We coming for you.
Watch your
Boy,
back.
Look
Mhm.
at that. That's
We got a
whole-
doctor too. What's she
that's
gonna
a
do?
whole
What's she
version
gonna
I've
do?
never heard, and that's the exact song I wanted to play today.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
what's
why I
really
was like,
crazy.
your
That's
face. I was
really
like trying to
crazy.
read your
Because I
face.
was
I'm like, but he
looking
knows it,
at
but he
that,
doesn't
it's
know
like,
it, but
what
he
is
knows it, but he
that?
doesn't. I
Yeah,
can't figure
I
it
wrote
out.
it, but I didn't write that version. But there's still all my music.
Wow,
My bass is ringing through, but but the
that's
singer, I
insane.
never heard it.
That's absolutely crazy.
And I heard it's been a few versions of that song, EDM style. And I mean, I want my fucking money.
That's what I was gonna say. Mike Clark could kill the shit
He
out of
probably
that.
is and don't even know it. I gotta check.
I don't know.
Hmm.
He's pretty good about stuff like that.
But see, if they don't put the name of the artist on
Right.
it, if they
That's
just put the
true.
artist and don't put the writers,
Right. That's very true. That's
then,
very true.
So wow, that is wow. And the fact that he played that, and there was a
Yeah,
song I
that's
tried
crazy.
to get
Yeah.
played today, and it
Mhm.
wouldn't go through.
See.
Wow, that's some
We'll have to
crazy
do
shit.
that
See
with
how
the
the
next-
universe works.
That's right.
Yeah, because I'm sure glad.
See?
That was like snitching on these people. And I appreciate it.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're gonna look Dr. Packard up.
Yeah, look at that. It sounds like some dirty sex toys or something.
Yeah, what is she
Doesn't it?
singing about?
Nasty.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell what she was singing about. I got
We
so
were
mad
too
about
First I
my
thought he
mouth.
said
we were too
Dr.
busy
Pecker.
thinking to the rest of it.
Yeah, wow, Dr. Pecker.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said at first. I was like, excuse me? They're using it in porn? I'm like, well, I mean, okay, but
Wow, that is such.
It was at the hotel you were with.
That's more than a coincidence. That's more than a coincidence.
Yeah,
I wanted to play that song.
that's a sign.
that's
That is a
yeah.
sign. Get your
Mhm.
money.
Mhm.
That's the universe right there.
Wow.
Mhm.
See how they do you?
Mhm. That's right.
So it's Ron Banks' birthday today. He's one of the
Oh.
writers of that song.
Yeah. How old would he have been?
Ron, let's see. So
He
yeah,
was
'cause-
older.
Cause I thought, yeah, but when I was a kid, I thought they was much older. It turns out,
Mhm.
like he probably would have been like 73 today.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm
Mhm.
right behind that shit.
That's
I
not
thought,
that old.
I know. I used to be like,
Mhm.
"Thank you, Mr. Banks." You know, when he and when he had to come and ask my mother, "Can I go on the road with
Yeah.
him?"
Wow.
That was
I
really
feel like
nice.
back in the day, like people used to embrace like aging eagerly, and like now we all fight it. You know what I mean?
They were older people were respected, where I don't think
Right.
they
We
are
don't- yeah,
today.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, we
So-
don't. Today is not.
Mm-mm.
You know, and I watch people disrespect. And I get on the. I was on the elevator the other day, and the guy said, "Can you push 2?" And I pushed in, and he said something. I said, "Thank you, sir." I probably was older than him, but he just looked like he was older, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But the
He's like-
September,
Mhm.
I'll be 69. Yeah, I'm older than most people I'm around. Shit, I'm older than everybody at this table.
That's hard to believe, T.
I know.
Just
for
because
real.
of your world with the music, you just seem so much younger.
Mhm.
I think that's what
You know?
saved me
Mhm.
is the music and knowing how to quit getting off, get off drugs, get off drinking
Mhm.
and stuff.
Well, and being around, I mean, you work with so many young
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that
yeah.
are up and
So-
coming.
Yeah,
So
but
that whole
that
world-
was this song.
It's
Uh-oh.
still
When
it-
it came on, I was like, "Oh, there's the song," and then I was like, "Who the fuck is that?
That's
Who is the
crazy.
Because
girl,
I'm looking
man?"
at him like, what?
And then I told him he could play any song off the
I
thing,
know,
any
and
song,
that's what he picked.
And that was exactly
Yeah.
what I was sending. To
How many
Jan.
songs do you think were on the list?
Oh man, it's about 50 songs on that list. Probably.
Wow.
Pretty
He could have
crazy.
picked anything. Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
is pretty
Mhm.
crazy.
Yep,
It
that's
was
pretty
meant for me to
crazy.
hear that one. That's what it was.
Uh huh.
Wow,
There's
I
a
wonder who
reason.
gave him
There's
permission.
a reason.
Yeah, you
Trust
gotta
me,
find
he
it
had
out.
permission.
Hmm.
He had
But
permission.
it wasn't from T.
Right.
No, but you got to find
And
out.
now after all of these years, so that came out in 83 or something like that. So now I would be automatically a publisher. It's in my publishing catalog,
And you
right.
can't go
Wow.
back to. Are you with?
ASCAP.
You are with ASCAP,
Yeah,
and you can't
I've
go
been with
through
ASCAP
them.
almost 50 years. Well, I got to see. I can find out.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you don't know, you have to ask ASCAP stuff.
Yeah.
They can change the title and not know the. That's the way I was going to do a lot of my stuff that I wasn't getting paid on, is change the title, and then it becomes a song that you're not thinking about. Like
Hmm.
you wouldn't think of listening to Tony Green's Tim Horton. Tim Horton loves this, that kind of thing. You change the title.
Right.
Really, it's funk on you, but I'm calling it Tim
Mhm.
Horton's Jam.
Yeah.
So if you the guy that own it, you're not thinking to look at Tim Horton's Jam. You're like, oh no, I'm looking for the shit I know about.
Yeah, but when
Right.
people sign up or they register their songs, don't they have to sign
A lot of them
something
they do,
saying
but they
that?
don't. If they don't say,
Yeah, but if you go to them and say
Yeah, I
this
gotta
song
find out.
is mine,
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
registered
getting ready
under
to do.
you guys.
That's
yeah,
what I'm getting ready
yeah.
to do.
Hmm.
I need a fucking copy of that. But you said it's on
But-
Spotify's got a lot.
It says, yeah,
Okay, I'll
Dr.
find it.
Packard.
Good old Dr. Pecker.
No,
You won't
don't
get
go under that.
Wow, that was the craziest. 'Cause I'm like,
That really is.
I thought he didn't get the song, and then all of a sudden this girl is singing on it.
I'd like to hear the other version.
Wow, would you?
Can you?
Look,
You can't play it.
no,
no.
I can't play it.
We'll have
Oh,
to
if
get
I would've
that
thought
ready.
About it, I could have played it through the system. If I
Well, that's
brought my
okay.
chord.
Next time.
Yeah, but I had
See if
man,
we
I
can
was
get
gonna
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the
wait till you
new
hear.
version has Aaron on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Aaron
Oh, I
singing.
bet that's good.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and because I wanted to switch it up, I break it down real funky, at the end.
Do you have
it just-
colorblind on it too? Is there some?
no
Okay.
colorblind? No,
There's no
just,
rap.
Just-
yeah,
Okay.
just but Gail's on there.
Oh well. Come on. So we got the flute.
Man, it sounds just like the song, but without the fuck. Well, it's because I'm the one playing on the record. That is the record. The
That's
band sounds just as
crazy.
good. Wow, I'm blown away by
That's
that.
crazy.
T's been floored.
It was meant for me to hear that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Exactly.
Someone else to chase.
Just think, I
Yeah.
kept trying to send it. If I sent it, we'd have played that, and I
And
would
you
have
wouldn't
never
have
knew about
known.
this.
Oh, you're right.
So that's perfect.
Wow.
Thank you, Lord.
Somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, somebody's
You want to
in
try
trouble.
another song and see what happens with
I
that
No,
one?
I couldn't take it.
He's
I
like
couldn't
one at
take
a
it.
time, one at a
Yeah.
time.
Blood pressure's
Wow,
going
that's
up.
something to go. Yeah,
Took
something
his
to go
meds
after.
today.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, my doctor was proud of me. All my doctors.
I
were
should
proud of
say.
me.
She looks
been-
proud.
50. I'm talking about my doctors.
Oh,
Not the other
50
one.
pounds down. They were happy about that.
yeah, you look good,
Say.
T.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He said, "How far you
Good
think
for
you going?"
you.
Ed? Look, they call me Ed. How far you think you want to go, Ed? I said, I want to go down to like 130.
Oh God.
And they looked at him crazy.
He's
Yeah.
like, you can't do that.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, well, I'm gonna try. How about that?
Ed. That's
Yeah,
what that
Ed.
one lady was calling you.
Ed.
Remember, I was
You
like,
had to go to school
Ed.
with me to be
Who was
calling
calling
me
you
Ed.
it,
Oh.
I could not figure it out on the messages. It was somebody that was like representing someone playing on Hyped Up, and they were
Oh.
like, do I need to get in touch with Ed? And I'm like,
Right,
and I was like, I don't think this is.
Right,
I
you
must
got
have been.
that.
I must be talking to like the wrong
Was
person.
that like
I don't.
Blue
who
Sky's
the hell is
parents or
Ed?
something?
Yes.
Calling
Blue
you
Sky's
Ed?
parents,
Yes,
yeah.
it was-
I said you would have to go to school with me to call me
Their
Ed.
mom, yeah, her mom, and
Yeah.
I was like, what? And
Too
then
money
all
to
like,
you.
I was driving to work, and like all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I'm like,
Edward.
"Gee."
my
I'm like,
Edward.
okay, I get it
Ding,
now.
ding,
I get
ding,
it.
ding.
Well, that's how Tony's did. Tony said she's the real Tony Green. And
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell are you the real Tony Green? I made this name famous. She said, because your name ain't even Tony.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
She, said,
She's right.
she said, it's
She's
Edward
right.
Anthony.
Mm.
And she said, and mine is just Tony. I said, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
You got me on the technical.
Hey, so tell us about this piano you're going to be on.
The panel, the
Yeah.
speakers for speakers. for
speakers and
or something.
sneakers and sneakers.
That's
and
gonna be really
speakers and-
nice. You told me about the people. I didn't know who I was on the panel with.
Yeah.
When is it happening?
Coming up soon.
June 12th.
Yeah, June
It's a
12th.
Thursday at
So
Focus
what
Hope.
is it
Okay.
exactly? Like, what are you doing?
I really couldn't tell you. They asked me, one of my artists that I work with asked me would I be on the panel, and then I told him, yeah, because I know I do good on panels,
Mhm.
So, and the lady was like, well, it's too late now, but we'd love to have you in the audience. What's your name again? And I told her, and next thing she was hitting me back, oh, we got to have you on the panel. I was like, I
Is
knew
it-
it would be just a couple
Is
minutes.
it's a fundraiser, I
Yeah,
think,
I
right?
think it's a fundraiser. I really
Is this the
don't-
Focus Hope event?
yeah.
It
Yeah.
is a Focus
Yeah.
Hope event.
Yeah, it's Focus Hope and the panel. You said there's somebody from Motown on the panel.
Yeah,
huh?
the Robin Terry. I took a class, a seminar that
Really?
she taught. Yeah, she's the granddaughter
Of
of
Barry.
Barry Gordy.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, well, they know I can represent because she was saying, wow, your experience it goes from R&B for so many years and then right into the rap,
Mhm.
And I told her, well, good, I'll tell you. But I said, because I didn't know anything about rap. When I
Did
got
you
with it.
see the bio that they put
Yeah, I
up?
saw
Oh,
it. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they have some pretty cool people. But it sounds like you're doing like a presentation or you're talking to people.
Yeah,
or-
I'm talking. And then she asked me, I told her I would bring a book because they have
yeah.
some kind of thing where they're giving it out.
Raffle and
Yeah,
stuff like
raffle
that.
type
Oh,
of
that's
thing,
cool.
yeah.
And then you get to tell everybody about the new book.
Yeah, right. I'll have
Mhm.
it with me.
That's
a good
right.
idea.
Yeah, I'll have it
Yeah.
with me and
Mhm.
tell them a lot about it. And
Mhm.
I'll be drinking dope water too. I'll make sure I have
You should get
you're repping
You should get some
everything.
bookmarks made with the new book on it that
Yeah.
you can.
That's a good
kinda-
idea,
that ain't a bad
actually,
idea.
Jen. That's a
That
great
That
idea.
and well, not
That's
just
the
the
smart
but the little QR code.
QR
Yep,
code. That's a real
exactly.
good idea.
Yeah,
I'll get
yeah,
that.
we should
Bookmark
do
with
I'll
the
do that.
QR code where they can buy it.
When is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
June.
June 12th.
June
I did
12th.
share it.
It's a
but,
Thursday.
That should be.
oh, we got time.
It's
Okay.
gonna be. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
time.
I
to
think
get
you
that
had
done.
already put it on blast.
And then you got the book fair.
Book fairs after that.
That's in July,
That's
right?
July 20th.
July 20th.
And then there's the vinyl fair.
Yes,
The
that's going to
vinyl
be
fair
cool.
is
September.
Oh, and I told
28th,
Joe,
you
I
said.
said, Joe, man, I'm doing the vinyl fair. And I said, thank you. I got all that vinyl you gave me. He couldn't remember it.
Oh.
And I said, dapping forever. He was like, then he remembered.
Hey, so James from the podcast,
Yeah.
he was at an estate sale. I think it was last week or maybe it was last week. He sent me a picture. He found some dramatics
Oh, he did?
albums. And
Wow.
I wish I would have said, are you buying those? Or because
Yeah,
if you're
'cause I
not,
would've
can you
bought 'em
buy
back.
them? Yeah,
Yeah.
we would have
Right.
bought them. But and we'll have to ask him next week.
Yeah, but you gave me a couple that was nice.
Yeah,
I'm
but
glad
he
they had.
found a couple at the sale.
Oh, okay.
So I said, OT's going to be jealous.
Crazy.
Here,
You
yeah,
know-
look at these.
That is so
Actually,
crazy.
Richest Man Alive.
Oh, Richest Man Alive. I remember
That
they
was
used to
one of
play that
them.
one.
And then Live It Up.
Live It Up. I don't know
Mhm.
that one.
Huh?
But
Uh-oh. You're gonna have to
I'm telling you,
practice.
titles will change on you in a minute. They'll
True.
change
Yeah.
the title.
That
know.
one is from 1982. Live It Up.
Okay. Well, I'm probably
And
definitely involved.
The other one, that's 1976.
76, yeah. So I got
He
with him
was
in
there.
75, yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if
Crazy.
he bought them.
You know
I
that.
wonder if he did.
Produced by Don Davis.
Yeah, Don Davis was
Mhm.
doing it. My friend Brian Spears is helping me get royalties now. He worked for Don Davis for years,
Oh, he did?
doing the same thing that he's doing for me now.
Really?
And here's how he said, Tony, I want to help you get the stuff that's out there with you before I end up leaving this world.
Really?
Aw.
He's not sick or anything,
Right.
but he's like, somebody's got to help. And
What
he's-
is he?
he's-
Is that what he does?
Yeah,
for a
he does
living?
that. Yeah, he's
Like,
he's,
does he have a company or?
Yeah, he does.
Is he in Detroit?
No, he's in Vegas now, but he's out of Detroit.
Can we do a Zoom meeting with him? That would
Oh
be
man,
interesting.
yeah, we can do it. Brian would be nice on.
Oh,
Zoom meeting.
yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
How'd you meet him?
He's been through Don Davis back in the day when I just
Okay.
started with the dramatics and stuff.
And so he
Right.
went off to.
He went out to Vegas, but he was here for a long time. He
Mhm.
just went out to Vegas maybe a few years ago. And he handles Michael Powell, who did Anita Baker. He handles all the LJ Reynolds stuff,
What's going on with LJ?
It's just that little bit of dementia is kicking his ass.
Oh, is he still performing?
Yeah, which he shouldn't.
Oh, he is still performing.
Yeah.
They're still doing.
Mm.
Yeah,
That
yeah. And the
sucks.
last
Do they
show
rehearse
he was
still?
singing. No, they don't. Listen, the lady who's running him now, she took him out of my place because she saw that it was too much fun for him. He was starting to remember a lot of stuff, and she told me we need to go back home to the basement with the mirrors. And then the rest of the singers said, I don't know why we don't do routines anymore. So
Oh,
why the
wow.
mirrors? You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
just sitting there looking at yourself in the mirror.
Hmm.
No, she got him away from me. Now I heard his whole phone is shut down. You have to go through her to get to him.
Oh,
And it's definitely
really?
elder abuse. Definitely elder abuse.
Oh,
That's
who
so
is
wrong.
it? So it's not. He's not married to
No,
her.
well,
It's like his.
we
I
don't
think
know.
I think they
Is he-
secretly maybe got married, maybe,
Mm.
but I don't know for sure. But it's elder abuse.
That's crazy.
And matter of fact, the dedication I gave to Ron on my page, I told him, I wish you were here. LJ really needs you.
Mm.
Because if Ron was around, then it would be
right.
totally
It wouldn't be
different.
happening.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
sad, and there's nothing I can do about it. But keep
Mhm.
letting her know that I don't give a fuck about her.
Right.
Bummer.
Did you hear about that Smokey Robinson shit?
Yeah.
By the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
All he got to do is go ahead and say, "Look,
We
Your Honor."
touched on that Motown. Yeah. I mean, damn. Do you think it's true?
No, I would say flop his shut out on the table.
I
And this been dead for
mean,
years.
Yeah, but they're saying that it happened a while back.
When she was his housekeeper, right?
Yeah, there's like a few different
few
women,
of 'em.
and they're even blaming his wife.
Mm.
He's, what happens. I don't know how you get so damn freaky, but I'm not going. You know what? I'm not going to diss nobody because I had some freaky moments too. Good thing I didn't have the
They're
millions.
in the book.
Good thing I didn't have the millions to go with it because people coming after you now.
But that's crazy. I know. I wonder if it's just people finally feeling almost not like entitled but kind of vindicated because of what's happening with Diddy, because it's like somebody that big got touched. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he might not be getting brought down
Mhm.
yet,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I mean,
well, look, they got Bill Cosby. Well, they got Bill Cosby.
right.
Anybody.
Did
and,
he go to jail?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
they let
He
him
did.
out because he was losing it, right?
Yeah, but he did some
Well,
some
dementia.
years, though.
Yeah, he did.
But how old is Smokey Robinson? Isn't he like
85, 80.
He's up
see
there.
that to me is a little sad. Like, why didn't they come out when he was 60
Right,
years
right.
old and
Yeah,
could fight?
yeah.
If it because it's alleged. I mean, we
Right.
don't know if it's
And then
true
to
or
implicate
not.
his wife on top of it just makes them seem like such
Mhm.
an icky couple.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it's true, it just like.
But if I was a judge, I'd be like, why'd you wait so long? This guy's 85.
I mean,
you know, it was
Yeah.
a time when Smokey was on like crack, smoking a lot of crack. And the
that's
thing is, he
crazy.
couldn't go broke because he got so much damn money coming in
Right.
Did you see
from
his
writing all of those
house?
songs.
That house?
He wrote a bunch
Oh
of.
my
He wrote all
God.
damn near all those Motown
Mhm.
songs.
That's
Not
insane.
Not just performed.
Yeah,
writer
not even
credits.
mentioning his success with his group, but just
Right.
writing those
T.
songs.
When you're on that panel, can you talk to Robin and see if we can get Barry Gordy to do a Zoom? That's my bucket list
Is it?
dream interview
Okay.
forever.
Oh.
Seriously.
Oh.
If we could do a Zoom with him, even if it's 15 minutes.
Damn, Jackie, you should be at that thing with me.
Okay, maybe I will. Then I'll talk to her.
That would be
Ah,
No, I
she
won't
shows
talk to
up.
her.
definitely-
No, no,
Hello.
you talk to her.
Yeah, but
Push
no,
you.
I'd be like, hey, my partner.
Seriously.
Yeah, but that
God,
would be nice.
I would
yeah.
love to interview him. Just 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know one thing. You know, he got a bad rap. You know how a lot of old Motown artists feel Barry Gordy screwed them. But here's the deal
He
that I
made a
learned.
lot of people rich
That's
and
what I'm saying.
famous.
And when you have so many people,
Come on.
Yeah.
because even when I was signed to Westmount and I had 8 artists,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it gets a little confusing. Then you figure out which one is first.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, everybody else is mad. I should have been first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, then that guy gets big and then they use some of that money to keep these people quiet. That's how you do it to keep it going. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think
Mhm.
he did a great job
I did too.
to come from
Mhm.
nothing.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
His story's
it wasn't like the
amazing.
president who gets some millions
Yeah.
from his dad.
He didn't take
He
something
didn't have
over.
it.
He
Push
came
it.
in and figured it
I
out.
think his
and
daddy
invented
gave him
it.
Exactly.
$500.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Something as small as that.
Wow.
Crazy.
And
You
Barry
know,
Gordy
absolutely
failed the
crazy.
first time around that he tried to do his own business and,
Yeah.
and went back to work in
And the
at
plant.
Ford
Yeah.
and then came back and tried it again and look what happened.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
what a
a-
story.
And you know, even now, it's just so many talented musicians here that all of us can do it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. there
I was
are.
noticing this guy, I Swear Vezo, just did a thing with Warren G
Mm.
on the Regulate song. So I'm just saying, when people reach out, it's Detroit artists. There's plenty of great Detroit artists here
Yeah.
that
Didn't
just need a
Snoop do
break.
something with a female Detroit artist recently?
Uh,
Or she's on his new album or something?
or maybe on the gospel
I
album.
think
He's got
so.
a new gospel album
Mhm.
dedicated to his mother.
Hmm.
What doesn't he do, man?
Yeah, he does a lot. And
Between
that's
the
what- oh, yeah.
country, the rap,
Even,
the
uh,
gospel.
Yeah.
Even Joe, when Joe called me out of the Clear Blue, he talked about Snoop too.
Is he still trying to get him to headline?
Maybe he is because he
Mhm.
beats around the bush a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But when we talk back, I'll see.
See.
Because I like to put him, get him on that show, Sunfest.
Okay,
And
but
then I
here's
like
the
about
thing.
5 tickets.
Well, no, here's the thing. We need more than that. We need the tickets, and then we need a stage dedicated to Roadwork Records
we like to-
artists. Because
yeah.
let's get some Detroit people out there.
Right.
Yep.
If
on
he
a
does it
separate
in
stage.
Miami, I know we could pull that
Oh,
off.
I'd love to.
Look, I
go to
keep telling
Miami.
T,
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh,
we need to do like a best of where we get everybody that's been on the show.
that's a good
You know
idea.
what I mean? And we can have we can have a stage outside. We'll do it like in the summer,
That's a
and we can
great
have
idea.
then you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we can have like
A
local
best of.
merchant, like local art, not the crazy one, but the other artists, different local artists and stuff like that,
never
just to
see her.
showcase everybody.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that is nice. I never
Jen.
see her down there anymore, but she's still there. I heard.
You just hear her from time to
I
time.
don't even hear her anymore.
You hear the scratching.
she
I'm sorry,
was
God.
really crazy.
God forgive me.
saying-
God
yeah,
forgive
she
me.
She fooled
Stop,
me. I was
stop.
like, "Are you going to talk
Just-
about art?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then she got there talking about,
She's like, I'm going to talk about.
"Don't believe your
everything.
government.
Oh boy.
Don't
I
believe
can-
nothing your
I
government
can
says."
kick Mike Tyson's ass.
if I want to.
Stop.
I was
Hey, you
like,
were there. You saw it. I saw
I
your
know,
face too.
but
You were
just-
like,
But hold on, what about my
Don't-
face? I was like,
Don't. You
And
might
she just
speak
and
kept
then
it.
me going, I told you. I'm so glad I wasn't going to interview her.
yeah, that's the first
Hell
time Jen was like,
no.
"I'm not going to interview her."
No.
Don't speak that into reality.
He's like, we're going to have her go up there. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to. She can just do that then. I don't want to ask her any questions.
And then
I don't
Shadow was
know.
holding up her art to get it over with. The art 1, art 2, art 3.
That didn't work either.
He's like smoking her out.
right. Yeah, but and then she's come to the show a couple times after quietly,
She has.
and she loves the show
Well, that's because
Huh.
everybody always gets her super hot.
though. Well, it's the artist. Like she said, wow, you know, she never
Right.
knew. But I like that she appreciated the show. I like everybody that
She's
appreciates
a very sweet girl. She really is. It's
Yeah.
just it's
her beliefs. That's kind of
profound. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Is
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's for
That
sure.
wasn't the right platform.
No, it
Sounds
wasn't.
like
No.
Yeah, she should
Yeah.
have been on a
Mhm.
different platform.
She needed
because you guys are there to hype people up. It's
Right,
hyped
yeah,
up.
she-
She went on a
TBS.
tangent.
She scared us all. I
yeah.
was like, what did she just say?
Yeah.
The world is coming to the end. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I just kept thinking, like, how would you even wrangle this if you were up there? Like, how?
But like, and
What?
subscribe, and follow Hyped Up Live
Right,
Sessions
right,
Yeah.
until it ends.
Yeah, just till it's over.
Stick and stay. Don't go away.
We're gonna come back with something else.
Jeez.
In the next life.
But we have had some great artists on this show.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Tino G and the Dumpster Machine.
Yeah, yeah.
That was great.
Ryan
You
Scott.
interviewed them.
Ryan Scott's one of my favorite
Ryan Scott
rappers.
was on there,
And
yeah,
Drew
yeah,
Verdi.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Drew, hold on. He was just on with another rapper. They were going back and forth. He is like, if I could get anybody a big record deal,
He's good.
He is
would be
good.
the one. I would go to bat for him. Like,
He's the whole package. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got like
he
he's
is.
visually appealing.
Yep.
He's got the whole backstory. That's you
Mhm.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it all just works.
And
Yeah,
he's
he's
kind.
all of it.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's
very,
a
very
nice
good
guy.
yeah.
He's so humble.
Yeah, he's
like he
humble.
just
so
But
in the-
T, we can get him a deal.
yeah, we
Like
need
I
to.
think he's
he's
definitely one.
yeah.
That. See, I'm thinking if we can get that stage,
Mhm.
definitely Drew Verdi,
Yeah,
Ryan Scott,
yeah, yeah,
John Paul Wallace, Road Work.
Yep,
Yeah, for
yep.
I mean, there's
sure,
a whole
yeah.
bunch of people.
yeah,
Pato.
Nina.
yeah.
How do
Nino,
we-
oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
So
get
when
her
are we
on.
doing
Yeah,
her?
huh?
When are we doing her interview?
I haven't contacted her yet because the schedule keeps changing with
Oh, okay.
people. But I'm thinking like probably like August.
August. Yeah,
Mhm.
we got to get her in there. Well, I'm gonna get her in the studio before that.
You've had her in, right?
No,
No,
not
Not
in
in
the
the
studio.
studio.
She was on
studio.
Hyped Up.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
taking her
Recording.
recording
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
Yeah, because her stuff has never been recorded.
Are you
I'm like,
putting her
oh,
on
shit,
the
I'm
fourth
good.
one, the ladies' night, or is it? At,
That's why I would like to get the first single on the ladies' night. That's the
that
fifth
would
one.
yeah. Oh, fifth. That's right. That's
Oh, the
right.
Is
fourth
she-
one, Drew Verdi opens up though.
Oh.
So
Is
that's
she
good.
doing one of your songs? or-
No, I want hers. Her
Should- one of
music
hers.
is fantastic.
Is that what ladies' night is? It going to be their own stuff or?
Well,
are they-
ladies' nights is just all ladies.
Oh,
that
on
album.
Hyped Up. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of
No,
Chaos.
Organized Chaos
Artists.
Hour 5 is
It's
ladies',
ladies'
night,
night.
Okay.
and it's all ladies.
Okay, gotcha.
I think
Ladies'
except
night.
one.
There's only
ladies' night.
one guy, and he opens up, and the girl says, "We have a special guest today, ladies, all the way from Canada,
Scotty.
Scotty Hills, yeah." And he's the only one, and it's like he's singing to the ladies, and then every song after that is ladies.
Okay, cool.
Some great songs.
Yeah,
too,
that
so,
sounds really cool.
Yeah, so I
Mhm.
told Joe, I said, I'm just pushing the catalog, man, getting it done. I think my son is fired. Are you on here, Dave?
Davis,
Yeah.
what you do?
Davis is saying you fired me how many times?
Yeah,
so come on.
But
Uh-oh.
now,
Now,
but I got some extra
serious.
help.
Oh.
So I just
When's the last time you talked to Scotty?
Scotty, not long ago on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, so we got some great talent out there, and
Mhm.
it's great talent here. And yeah, we need to be able to get some of these people. We got them.
I think if we can get a stage, we can work something out and get a stage. If he does have a show in a festival in Miami,
Miami,
that
yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah, we can do that.
Miami would be so cool for Detroit.
Yeah, that would be
But
cool.
hey, if we have to go
We
to
could work on the
Jamaica,
band shell here.
yeah, if we have to go to Jamaica.
we
We
have
out
to go
of
to
here.
Jamaica. and
That's
take
fine.
our
Jamaica's
artists to
fine. Yeah.
Jamaica.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
could do that.
Yes,
Mhm.
y'all get you guys.
I
will
can
be-
figure that out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It rained. Look, I was in Jamaica. It was hot as hell. And then it rained for
It rains every day in
hold on.
Jamaica
It
for like
rained for 9 minutes, and then
Uh-huh.
it stopped. And
Yeah.
then it was hotter.
every day. I know. Yeah, because it
It
gets
was
muggy.
hot.
Yeah.
I stayed in my room. It was freezing. When people would come in, you could see the steam coming in their mouth.
So funny.
He's like, T, you got to come on and get out. I'm like, for what? Even when I was in Paris, T, come on, we got to go to the Eiffel Tower. I'm
It's
like,
so
I can see
funny.
it from my window.
See it.
And they talked me into going and getting on the subway. And I'm down there scared to death. You know, you out of the country. Who you gonna run to? I couldn't run the mile.
Oh, boy.
Well, just like when he got stuck at that Burger King.
Yeah, in
What?
Switzerland. Well, what it was, we were all in Burger King overseas. They line. It can be 50 people in the line. McDonald's even more.
They're leaving
And
back
so
then anyway.
we were down there talking and talking and talking, and
Crazy.
then it got to the, may I help you? And then I'm like, oh, I didn't really want anything. I was just sitting here talking.
You're walking in the line.
I'm just stupid, man.
They're like, order something.
And then hold on, everybody had left me, and I was like, "Where's everybody?" And this young lady said, "Wow, I just seen you guys. I seen you with Warren G on the stage." I said, "Yeah, do you know where we staying at?" And she said, "Yeah, you guys are staying at such a." I was like, "Yeah, you can hold my passport. I promise I'll give you the money back. Would you please take me?" And she said, "Yeah." So by the time we pull up, now you can see everybody's looking for where's T at.
Oh my Lord.
And then I get out this car and I'm like, "Hey guys," and they jump, there he is. So the two bodyguards come over, and she's holding my passport, and they snatch it from her. It's give me that. What you doing with his passport? And I was like, she was helping me. They was like, "Shut up, T, get on in there."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn," but I mean, I was high out of my mind.
Yeah.
that happens.
That's when they spiked us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won't drink or nothing overseas no more because
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a good idea to do that
No,
anymore.
no,
It
no.
just
Over-
seems dangerous anywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
Right.
I went to this event. It was this crazy event at Club Blue a couple of weekends ago on a Friday night. I went out. I was out till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what am I
Look at
doing?
you.
I know. But these shot girls had these trays of shots and they were not paying attention to them. And everybody, it was this great event. We should actually consider having these people on. It's this group called Cannababe, and they host all these events. And it's I don't know who it benefits, but they have all these different companies come and just give shit out. So how it worked
Oh,
out
wow.
at this club is beyond me, because I didn't think you could mix like the booze and the weed situation, but
Right.
no, there was no marijuana being sold whatsoever. But yes,
She
there
wants to
were.
be very clear.
Yeah, not a drop. But they gave a ton, and I waited in line like over an hour. I was like, what is happening? Like, I don't even understand what's going on. Did it start? Did it not start? Like,
Right.
I was with all the little kids from my work. You know what I mean? Like, they're not
Little
kids. I love
kids.
them. No, they're 21 and
She
like
took
12-year-olds.
12-year-olds
You know what I
with
mean?
her.
Like,
Yeah.
they're super young. They just turned 21. So I was like, what am I doing? And we finally got in there, and I mean, there were people walking out with giant bags, like from like I did from Hash Bash,
Wow.
Yeah.
walking out with big giant bags of product. I mean, they were just people walking
Wow.
around with trays of pre-rolls and
Just
Oh
giving
my
it away.
God.
jars of weed and gummies and all sorts of crazy stuff. But it's all to benefit different groups and like to teach people exactly like, you know, what cannabis can be used for and
Right.
you know, this kind of stuff. So I mean, it was a crazy event, don't get me wrong, but the cause is good.
Yeah.
But I was just like, whoa, holy crap. My girlfriend's like, they're usually not at a club. It's usually at like an event space
You
or
would think
whatever.
that better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've got like different tables. Like she's like, you know, the one time I had a bunch of henna, they did henna on me and
Oh,
whatever. So they had
wow.
the different booths all set up
Mhm.
and that kind of thing.
I
So
like girls with to get that.
I know.
Yeah.
I did it once at Arts Beats and Eats, but then I was a little drunk, and so then I got it all, I smudged it all up. I went to see the Beggars right after they
Oh, yeah.
performed at Hyped Up,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
and
Wow.
Jackie Daniels. Yeah,
There's
they all
quite a few
played.
people that want to perform. Now that you mentioned the Beggars, it's I forgot the group. We saw them when I went to get the award from to give award at Eric's place. What was the name of that group? It was a band.
I
Girl
didn't
on
go
bass.
to it.
Yeah, that's right. It was a girl on bass. And I forgot the name of the group, but they definitely are ready to perform. So
Nice.
Was it
I'm gonna
rock
call 'em
music
in.
or
Yeah, kinda
what was
rock.
it?
Hey, when is Hatchet Man supposed to be back on?
Well, they
Those
got
guys are
all of a sudden they
crazy.
kind of got on tour.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
But
got
they
they
good,
got an
though.
event. Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
The one of them used to come all the time out to Tommy's place. I guess he lives out that way when we would shoot for Farmstead News.
Yeah. Wow.
So back in the day.
Yeah.
It seems like so long
Back in the
ago.
day.
yeah.
It was so much fun,
So
but
many
it was
miles
so far.
ago.
Yeah.
So many
Put all
miles.
that mileage on your
Yeah.
car.
It did. I mean, it was and the idea was so good. The concept was so good. It was just, trying to get everybody together. Like the people were everyone was super talented and you know what I mean? And everyone like supported each other. And it was just such a great atmosphere and such
Yeah.
a good group of people. But just trying to get everybody to do that like on the weekly, I think it just
And that's the
it got
whole
a
thing
lot.
with
Yeah.
talented people. They're busy.
Mhm.
Everybody's busy.
Well, yeah, it's like
You know?
everyone's working day
And
jobs and
it's-
stuff like
yeah.
that. You know, like
Yeah.
what Jaime works at, you know what I mean? Like what he lives in Southgate or something like that. But yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
he's
that's a
got
stretch.
his
That's a long way,
podcast too. So
And
Wow.
everybody's got their hands into so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
do.
it's,
Yeah, they do.
You know,
I'm
it's
gonna be
hard.
doing. He's got his podcast. He asked me to be on that meant to vent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wants you on there.
yeah. He wants
I'll
to
let
have
you-
me as a guest.
I'll
Is
let
that
you know
okay?
if you can do it.
I was like, is that okay, T?
Everybody's always stealing my people, man. There's nobody else out there.
He
y'all?
doesn't want me to co-host.
I'm
He
not
just
going
wants me
anywhere.
he just wants me as a guest. That's it. Just one show.
Oh,
So,
is that it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
just
yeah,
for one
that's
show.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She
He's gonna-
has your blessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
One show, that's cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
when Tommy had you guys over there, I'm like, lazy, go find your own jam.
Then like Natalie showed up for one show. She was like, yeah. And she she was saying the same thing. It's a great concept. It's a great idea,
It's
you
just
know,
too
but
far,
just
yeah.
trying to get all of us together
same
Yeah.
time.
Like I think the weather girl only ever made it like to 2 shows,
Yeah.
you know, and her shtick was hysterical, but
Mm.
if you're not there, it ain't that funny.
Yeah.
The guys got to find their own people.
Mhm.
Anyway, so look, we're
All
on the
right.
wrap up. Even though we
Yes.
started 5 minutes later,
That's okay.
we could hear a song going out.
We
Oh,
could.
but
we
no,
could.
Hey,
we
happy
got a
Mother's
song.
Day to
Yeah,
everybody.
to all-
Dr.
yeah.
Gail,
Yeah.
happy Mother's
To all the
Day.
mamas.
Happy Mother's
So-
Day to
Yeah,
you.
Jackie,
Thank you
say
to all
Mother-
our
Mother's
hip
Day
hop
to you
moms
too.
out there.
Yeah, right.
Rocking
You're a
mothers.
mother to some doggies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my little Cashy, he finally pulled through.
Oh,
yeah.
So we're happy about that.
Yeah.
We really thought we were going to lose him, but no.
Ah.
Really?
So do you have 2
Yeah.
or 3?
We have 2. We had
Yeah.
4, and then my Charles passed away a while ago. And then when he passed away, the third one, Winston, he just decided like he lost his mind. So he just started attacking everybody. He attacked me and
Oh,
he
wow.
attacked my other
Really?
dog.
Wow.
Well, I jumped in the middle of a fight. I shouldn't say he attacked me. He was
Yeah,
attacking
you
my
can't
other
jump in the
dog.
middle of a fight.
And I was like, this
Oh.
is not going to happen. And
Yeah.
I jumped in there. And so that's what everybody thinks there's like a vaccination scar on my
it's
arm,
the
but
dog.
Oh,
it's
it's from the dog.
from my dog. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I saw a guy get
So-
mauled by a lion, like he was in the lion's cage. I'm like, what are
Right.
you doing?
Oh, my
Mm.
And the
God.
lion's like it's a
Right.
zoo, right? And you fall over or you jump down. And
Mm-mm.
the lion got him and grabbed him and just dragged him.
Ugh.
No.
That's stupid, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was dumb for me to jump in there. It really was. Like he was so close to my face. You know what I mean? Like he was in hindsight, but yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
we
can
had to
go.
rehome him and he recently passed away. But so now we have June and Cash.
Yeah.
And
June
yeah,
and Cash,
So we
I
almost
love
lost
it. Cash?
June and Cash. Yeah.
Johnny Cash
So,
and June.
yeah.
Good deal. All right,
So-
guys.
Okay,
so
so
we
who we got?
wrap it
We're
up.
back in June.
back in June with Ray Gray. We'll
Ray
be
Gray,
and Bill
yeah.
Proctor
And then the next
Sheldon.
That
week
is
is
crazy.
For-
Then by then you
what?
can find the other Why Leave Us Alone.
Yeah, I have the real
What?
version.
Yep.
I'm glad. to
Maybe
hear
we'll
that.
maybe he'll be making it rain up in here. He'll be
Yeah,
like,
I had to tip Jason. He's the one filed that mess.
There we go.
kidding. All right, let's
Wow.
wrap up with the
All right.
song. And,
Yeah,
we're out.
Do we wrap up with the going out song?
Yeah, going out. Or going
What are
away
we? What are,
You've turned into Roadwork Records, the podcast, your go-to for the latest and greatest in entertainment news worldwide. Got something to promote? Your business? Your book? Your music? Or anything else? Let us handle the hype. Hit us up for custom pricing, and we'll do the talking while you keep it gritty. Stay locked in. Roadwork Records and the Roadwork Records podcast.